Dear diarrhea, diarrhea full of shit. Just play along with myself and I. No one else. So yo, I'm so legit. You know, when I first injured my back, I was living in the Westminster area. So I went to a guy who was in the Westminster / Arvada area, and he's an old dude. He's since retired now, but he had a bunch of years experience. You know, he had like 40 years experience. The guy I go to now, who's closer, has like 20 years experience, but he doesn't open until Monday midday. Now, it's not like it's this big, huge emergency or anything, but I was just thinking, and he's the only guy I trust here. I don't want to fuck around. I need to go with, people who I know how they do shit. And the other guy was a fucking clown. But not thorough at all. I thought, maybe I could go get me some CD's wings. In Westminster they got nice plump wings. And but I looked it up. I remember looking it up a while ago. Back when I injured my back. The second time. And it's a long drive, but I thought, well, I know they're worth it. And like I said, I went to the one guy who was an idiot and now found this other dude who seems to be decent and does what I tell him to do or expect him to do or want him to do. But anyway, they passed it off. I remember looking, this was like 3 years ago or so, that he had retired, but he passed it off to like his protege or whatever, and it was some broad, right? It was a chick. That office is permanently closed now. So it just goes to show you that broads really ain't good for nothing other than sexually pleasing their man, making babies and cooking. So any role that they end up in life, they really can't, as long as nothing goes wrong. Like I said, women can be fighter pilots and stuff. They might actually be better as far as, G-forces go. Well, they got flight suits and all that stuff, but, they don't have the killer instinct. So when the shit hits the fan, they're fleeing for home. As where the dude is, cranking and banking and launching off missiles and do some of that pilot shit, man. So, and you know this because I fucking said so, and we know how that shit works out, don't we? That's kind of been proven beyond any shadow of any reasonable doubt. Haters. Would you want a broad as your wingman, woman? I sure as fuck wouldn't. I'd put her out of business in training. Sir, I will not fly with her. I blast her out of the sky every time during training. She hasn't gotten me once. I think the results speak for them fucking selves. I'd probably get kicked out of the F-Force. Well, the thing is, you might not, I guess you'd just be on your own, but then you'd feel obligated to protect her bitch ass. But like I said, she'd flee, but there'd be one of the other dude going after her, so, you got a dude going after her, and you got a dude going after her. Now, the dog fight and stuff ain't the way that it used to be. I mean, I guess it's kind of the same, but it's at longer distances, and it's with like missiles and shit, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. We're gonna have to agree to disagree, because I've heard that, there's been pilots who are like, yeah, the tactics are the same, it's just at breakneck speeds. It's like, no, the tactics aren't really the same. You're not trying to reel him in and get off a burst, across his fuselage, right? And then he's going to react, and you're going to try and lead him, and he cranks and bang. You bring him a little closer, and you're just firing off bursts, to get him crank and bang. Or you don't even have to do that. He knows he's coming to get you. So, you might, do something to kind of get him to panic, like, okay, I've just sprayed his, but I don't really have a good shot, to bust him up and blast him out of the sky. But if you do that, he's like, shit, you know, I'm taking hits. He's flying along, you know, he's listening to his engine and he hears this, you know, and, you know, he's going to react versus maybe you just trying to reel him in, you know. Maybe he's got a tighter turn radius than you know, so maybe you're kind of, what I would do, and I just think is I'd kind of crank it up a little bit. I'd still be cranking as far as my plane could go, but I'd go up into the sky, right? I'd keep my eye on him, and I'd still kind of be stick up, back, and a little bit to the left, you know, so I could see him, or the right, you know, whichever you're more comfortable doing. And he's gonna do his shit. Maybe he's gonna dive. Maybe he's gonna try to cross over, you know, crank up into you, and maybe, you know, whatever. Because at that point it's momentum, because those don't have a 1-to-1 power ratio. You know, so if you're going straight up in the sky, one of you is going to lose first. So you might want to think about that player. You know, if he decides to follow you, you know, but you can, again, crank it, you know, so you're horizontal. You know, whatever you got to do, player dog, do some of that pilot shit, man. You know, you just need to get behind him so you can get close enough so you can pull that trigger, lay on it until his plane fucking gets blasted out of the sky. You know, if you're hitting his wings and shit's falling off, that's all fine and good. You got him on the ropes, but you need to finish his ass. So you can't tell me that the tactics are the same, just at breakneck speeds, fucker. You're not going to do that at breakneck speeds, number one, and you're not going to do that with missiles. So I believe that World War II was the golden era of the dog fight. Not World War I, World War II, period. End of story. Those were the best damn planes, the best damn pilots. Bow out. Any other opinion is just wrong. You know, pilots these days, they fly weapons platforms with lots of gauges, well, not necessarily gauges, glass cockpit, heads-up display, in fact. See, that's the thing, you know, them old, were they fuel injected? Because if they were carbureted, holy shit. You know, to have to keep track, it just skip you the scan, you know, you're seeing your altimeter just one full circle, you know, and boom, hit that carb heat, and it just, god damn, I'll have to look, you know what I mean? Because them old carbureted, you know, stuff and whatnot, so then you got the shit, and then you can't fly upside down for very long. You got the gravities and whatnot, and the float bowl, you know, and the carburetor. Shit, I think they were fuel injected. So it was just like technology that was kind of like whatever. So, well, how come cars weren't, you know, fuel injected until like, you know, the late 80s? I don't know, man. That's a good question. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Don't question my knowledge. But anyway, yeah. Hey, bundle-baybuh. You know I'm listening. Leave a comment below. I'll head on over there to New York, you and your friend. You make me so fucking horny. Kind of like Fucko, only you're like the tall, slender chick, but you still got an ass. You know? But it's not like all weird and shit. You got the legs and whatnot. You don't have thighs like that purple-haired chick. Oh. But, you know, you got your own, like, tall, slender, you know, thighs going on. But they're not, like, skinny and shit. Well, they're kind of skinny, but whatever. You might have to cross your legs, you know, when I'm sliding my dick between them. But, and you got the thong pussy hammock, you know. That's my favorite way you wear your hair, by the way, that video where you're spinning. Where it goes just down below your head, basically, and it kind of curls in. I like that. I like that. Oh, yo. Because you've worn it all different ways, and you've dyed your hair and shit. The dresses that I'm talking about is the red one, the, like, checkered one. What else? And then there's one where it's like a short little skirt where you're showing your ass cheeks like in the mirror. That's a good one. And you got on those black thigh highs. But anyway, yeah, leave the thongs on. You know, polish me up nice and good like. We'll do all the different techniques and tactics. I might have to show you, speaking of, you know, tactics. With those long legs of yours, you should be able to really do a number on me. And I forgot, lever thongs on, smooth material with no seam, and the proper cut, right? So that's like a triple threat, you know, smoothness, seamness, and cutness. That's kind of hard to find, and narrow in the front, but not too narrow, and wide enough down low to cradle the pussy, of which a good one that you had. You get the nice, mons pubis and all that, so it looks good. I have a patch fetish, yeah, yeah. So, but then I remembered you make clothes, girl, or do you just like pick them out and claim them? You come up with combos, and all of a sudden it's bundle-baybuh world, Huh? It seems like that could be like, what the fuck, bitch? Or do you have that shit made, like at a factory, Because there's your answer right there. Oh, shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? We'll come up with the perfect, panty wear. And we'll get all the different colors and shit. And, oh, man. Oh, girly girl. So, anyway. You have yourself a good day. Leave a comment below. Yeah, I'll talk to you real soon. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, shit. Are you a dick jockey? Because I said that backwards. I should have said, are you... The fighter pilot shit, are you a stick jockey? Or are you a dick jockey? Yeah, we'll get you trained up nice and good like girl. Girl to girl, oh yeah. Oh, and while you're at it, tell all your friends you're number one, but no matter that ding old dang dog diggity shit. Yeah. Do some of that panty shit, bundle-baybuh.